So my name's Kasey Osselborn. I'm a licensed professional clinical counselor with my supervisory designation. I've been with Coleman Health Services just about 2 years. I started as the director of crisis, and then I moved into the chief officer role. So with that role, I oversee all the programs we have in this building, MRSS being our newest one that just started the beginning of September. And it's definitely my favorite program. We're probably not supposed to have favorites, but I think it's the one that can really make the biggest impact in our community. Some challenges we have faced in this area. Belmont, Harrison, and Monroe are all pretty rural counties. Harrison and Monroe counties have been a little more difficult to infiltrate, if you will, but being able to know the families and the young people, not just as numbers. Through consultation and even going on responses myself, I'm like, oh my gosh, we helped 12 families, and I know all of the families. So, okay, this was the family identified crisis in the beginning, and now we're at the end of the 42 days, and this is where they've come. So that first family with MRSS, I actually engaged with them with our crisis team. His intervention specialist or somebody had called us, and we responded, and as soon as my team was like, oh, we're from, Coleman, they were like, okay, because they had such a good experience with their first response. That young man still comes to our office for outpatient services, and to see the growth, not only in height, because he was about here and now he's a giant, but also his emotional growth and his family's emotional growth has been tremendous. And again, it's the whole family that was struggling at that point, and to see the growth that they've all made, I really can't put a measurement on that. I've worked in different levels of care, and I always used to say, like, okay, we're doing all this work with the kid, but then we're dumping them back in the same environment without any change. How is it fair to expect a young person to be able to maintain what they learned back in the environment that created what the difficulty was? So with MRSS, professionally, I have loved that we have this as an opportunity, because that gives us the chance to, okay, even if the young person does need to go inpatient for a little bit, when they come back out, we can really make that change and impact in the whole family unit. A lot of clinicians don't want to go in the homes, but in reality, that's where we can make the most change. I encourage our families to call us so we can see what's going on. We can be there. We can, be in the crisis with them, so that way we can best help extinguish the crisis and, teach the skills to help prevent them. And I don't believe that the majority of us go into this field just for something to do. We want to make positive impact and change and help. So the core MRSS team we have is 2 people. It's the counselor and the case manager, and the presence that they bring is, in my opinion, unmatched. So when they present to families, it's fantastic when they can respond together, because then they know, okay, you're gonna take the kid, we're gonna work with the adult, just to allow each party to be heard. The responses are a lot of times when people are at their lowest. So I think my overall hope is being there for the families in their lowest times. So I hope that our team grows and strengthens, and who knows, maybe even we have a team for each county. So we are there able to respond more quickly. But overall, the biggest hope is to keep young people safe and alive. You don't like to think of things that way, but it is life or death a lot of times, because if the young person is alive, that gives any number of people a chance to instill just a little bit of hope that can help them be here another day.